Hello, and welcome to another episode of Diverse Dialogues with Arjun, and I'm your host. So, today I just wanted to change things up a bit, and yeah, I'm on video as well. So, if you're watching it on YouTube or Spotify or whatever audio platform or video platform you're using, welcome once again to this podcast. So, I feel like the passion behind me trying to make podcast episodes or me trying to create content like this, the work that goes behind is a lot of writing. And sometimes, yes, it's a simpler episode where I am just recommending a couple of stuff. And for this episode, I just wanted to read an article that I recently wrote on Substack. So, Substack is a platform where you can write your articles and publish it. And you also have a newsletter feature. So whoever subscribes to the uh, platform on Substack where I write, you get the article that I write in the form of a newsletter whenever I upload them. And I just wrote this yesterday, and I feel like this is a pretty good time to publish whatever I wrote through the form of this podcast also. So here we go. Let me just grab the article. This sounds really exciting because this is something new and I haven't done this. And if I'm to talk about my influences, then there is this YouTuber. I think I've talked about him in my previous podcast episodes as well. His name is Nathaniel Drew. And he's a YouTuber that I've been following for quite a while. I think around for 6 years or something now, 6 to 8 years. And I've been very heavily influenced by the way he creates his content. And this is something that I can tell that is an inspiration for me. And yeah, so here we go. So my page on the Substack platform, it's actually called Impromptu because the way I write my content or the way I write my articles is very impromptu, to put it in the least. I write whenever I'm in the mood for it, and I don't pre-plan or I don't keep a certain time for the day where I feel like writing, where I plan to write. It's mostly on many days. It's just usually around the night time when it's all silent, and I feel like okay, maybe it's a right time to just express my thoughts. And in many cases, uh, the thoughts that I have are quite unrelated to the topic that I sort of write, but in a way related also. So, yeah, it's an interesting way to read it in front of the mic and read whatever I've written. And yeah, so here we go. So, the article is titled The Things We Carry Quietly, a reflection on pain, growth, and the quiet strength it takes to keep going. So, in the first, I started with a quote: To be in the shade for too long, fearing the sunshine, is just going to make you small like a mold. I think one of the hardest things about being human is how easily we can become trapped inside our own minds. The longer we sit with certain fears, disappointments, and versions of ourselves, the more they begin to shape the way we see our lives. All the resentment, guilt, anger, sadness, and heavy thoughts you have about you and of yourself are just going to make you feel like a weak person. These emotions are totally valid, but staying submerged in them will leave little space for your other emotions to seep in. And if you're stuck, these emotions will pull you further underground. There is a very real possibility that the situation you are in seems hard for you. There is a real there is a very real possibility that the situation you are in makes it seem like the other people around you have it all figured out easily. Be it in terms of financial stability, education, a job, or a license that you're struggling to get to start working. Chances are that the people around you might have it easier too. Their struggles might appear minor from the outside or in our perspective, but in their world, those feelings can still take the center stage. But I feel like this inner critic can sometimes reveal a new perspective within ourselves too. And perhaps there's something valuable in that. Yes, you might not have the financial capability to set yourself up in a new room filled with opportunities. Yes, you might not have the situation where you have a monthly income to start your side hustles, gift a thing or two to your family or close friends. Or maybe you don't even have a close friend, or you lost a parent. All these feelings are very real to you, and it requires a lot of courage for you to accept them. It requires a lot from you to acknowledge this, and the chances are that your challenges are very different from the hypothetical ones that I wrote about. Or it could be not, you'll never know. But if we look at these from another angle, maybe somewhere through the lens of existentialism, perhaps, you can start to take these things as part of your story that you can tell somewhere with a lot of pride. I feel like maybe the lack of money will eventually help me to reach a place where I actually have that financial stability and still have the love and respect for every penny that I earn. Maybe the lack of friends that you have might help you to eventually reach a stage where there are actually a bunch of people around you that actually check up on you in the way that you do or you used to do with your previous friends or acquaintances. Maybe the frustration of not reaching the place you wanted to reach right now will eventually teach you how to be gentler with yourself and more understanding towards others who are struggling. All these things can create a beautiful narrative in your head and eventually help you to realize in the longer run that despite all these odds, I made it. I continue to thrive and I continue to create things and open doors for myself. And to reach that place is difficult, I agree. But once you eventually do, it will make you powerful from within. And what's to say that it might actually make you a powerful person from the outside as well? Being empathetic while climbing the ladders of your goal and side hustles in life makes you a really rich person. And that richness might not just be in terms of money, it can also be a richness in terms of experiences, thoughts, and the intellectual curiosity that you have. Maybe the act of writing all this down is making me rich in terms of understanding myself better, being a little less harsh on myself. And maybe this article, if it reaches a second person, will make me realize that these hardships have made me who I am today. This writing is bringing me a strange sense of comfort, and I hope it can offer the same comfort to another person too. I have noticed that my inner critic is very harsh on myself. It literally tears me apart for the things that I did wrong, for the things that I did not do, and for the things that I could have done but did not do. That puts me in a very hard spot too. And there's been a lot of days where I have felt like ending it all, cutting off from the people around me, going away from my preparatory phase, and just start a small job in some corner of the country and stay in bare minimum conditions so that I can provide for myself and my family. But realizing that my critic is perhaps trying to protect me from experiencing the same pain again or from potential future harm feels incredibly powerful to me. It is very hard to stop this inner critic from limiting our experiences and the way we see ourselves. But understanding it and learning to open up to ourselves slowly helps us realize what it is truly trying to protect us from. And that process of understanding yourself is deeply personal, unique to every individual. Things might feel heavy right now, and they genuinely might be, but I hope this journey eventually helps us reach a kinder place within ourselves where we can look back at everything we survived and finally feel proud of who we became through it. It takes strength to be you, and even more strength to carry yourself out of the situations that perhaps are making you feel unbearably heavy. And when you do it, there will be an unknown energy from my side that would be there, standing spiritually right next to you and being so proud of who you have become. Until the next time, think of what care means for you and what you can do to console the inner critic and actually work towards the situation that is stressing you. Trying each day to be kinder to ourselves in this big journey, and being kind itself is a big journey for ourselves. And I'm glad that you are in the process of doing it somewhere. So, yeah, this is the article that I wrote. And I feel like all of the perspectives that I have right now in this stage of my life is very specific to this stage. Chances are that the perspectives and the things that I share would be much different when I reach the next stage of my life, or when I'm preparing for my next course, or when I'm pursuing my next course. And it also can depend on a lot of factors. It can depend on the location that I'm staying in. It can depend on the people that I'm around. It can depend on how much I allow myself to rest, relax, and keep working hard for the things that I have set to do for myself. And yeah, this is a very unique journey. Like I told, it's very unique to me, it's very unique to you, and it would be very unique to the person that is around you. So, trying to be empathetic of this journey that we are embarking on actually might help us to become empathetic towards the people around us as well, and try to understand their perspectives. And yeah, I feel like this episode is sort of over. Thank you so much to everyone who watched it or listened to it or tuned into it. And yeah, creating pieces of art or creating pieces of content like this genuinely makes me happy. This is a part of myself that I keep very close to my heart, as well as kind of away from the people. It's just something that I really like to publish it, or talk about it on a platform like this, a platform where I've curated the content to the way I want it. And if this even reaches another person, I'm really happy. And if this resonated with you, I'm even happier. And yeah, um, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Diverse Dialogues with Arjun is available on all the major audio and video platforms across the internet, including Spotify, YouTube, Ghana, JioSaavn, Audible, Amazon Prime Audio, if that's the same thing, and yeah, a bunch of other platforms too. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And if this resonated with you, you can text me on Instagram, and you can follow me on Substack, and subscribe to this journey. I'll share the links below in this video or audio thingy. And yeah, it's really a pleasure to be talking like this. And it's a pleasure to be sharing content like this. And yes, I'll see you guys sometime with another episode, with another video, or with another article. Yes. And this is your host, Arjun, signing off. Bye bye.